Well, the time has finally come. Pi is launching in just under 12 hours. In this video, I'm going to show you how to trade your Pi, how to open an exchange, and send your Pi to exchanges if you want to buy, sell, or trade in general. Don't forget, nothing on this video should be considered financial advice, strictly for entertainment and educational purposes only. So let's get right to it. Pi launches tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. UTC or approximately 3 a.m. Eastern time if you're on the East Coast. Now, I want to make sure everyone is aware that there's not a whole lot of liquidity that's going to be available as soon as Pi launches. So the more trading volume that occurs on the different exchanges, then obviously the more buy pressure there will be for the token and the more liquidity that will be available. I think my strategy is actually going to be to hold at first, let that liquidity build up, kind of let Pi price stabilize, and then once the exchanges die down a little bit. But I do want to make sure that my Pi is on exchanges before the trading begins. So I'm going to show you how to open an account on Bitget, and then exactly how to transfer your Pi from your Pi wallet onto the Bitget exchange so that you're all ready to go for tomorrow morning when Pi finally launches. Speaking of exchanges, I'm going to be using, I'm just going to share my screen here. I'm going to be using, for this example, let's see, I'm going to go to Google, go to Bitget, and then all you got to do is select the top one here, which brings up the Bitget platform. So you will need to KYC, just make sure that everyone understands. Just type in your email, put in your password, obviously, and then KYC. It's simply a piece of ID and then a selfie, and it takes literally 2 minutes to do. And I was KYC'd. It took about 10 minutes, and then I was ready to go. So it doesn't take very long. You just come on Bitget here, like I said, enter in your email and a password, and you are good to go. So once you are on the exchange, here we go. So what you do is you come on the exchange here, you go up to deposit, and then you can actually enter right in here, Pi network will come up. You select Pi network, and then choose a network. Obviously, you choose Pi network, and then it gives you a deposit address. Now, what you do is you copy and paste this deposit address, and then from there you head over to your Pi wallet, and I will show you that next. Oh, my bad. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so then this brings up your Pi. Okay, here's your Pi wallet. This is my Pi wallet. So you go to pay / request, and then once you have selected that, your next screen that will come up is this one here. And then you just go to manually add a wallet address, click on that, and then that brings you here. So what you do is you take the wallet address that you copy and pasted off of Bitget, and copied off Bitget, and you paste it here, and you click send. Of course, you do have to choose how much Pi you want to send. I sent over 5 just for test purposes to make sure that everything is working properly. And I'm going to get out of here. And then, like I said, come back over to Bitget. And then you go over to your account, which would be, assets, my bad. Or you can trade as well, but I'm just going to go into my account here, assets overview, and then it should bring up your account, and it should show, go to spot market over here, and then there it is. It shows right up right there. So do a test amount. I recommend, just a couple, just to make sure that the transfer does work. And then now that the Pi is in here, if you come over here to trade, it'll bring you up to the exchange screen. Obviously, Pi is not tradable right now, but this is where you will come once Pi does launch tomorrow on mainnet. And then, of course, it's very, very simple. If you want to buy Pi, you go to buy, spot the amount you want to buy using USDT. And if you want to sell, you come here to sell. And then it should show down here how many you have. which is right there. So you can set up a sell buy actually if you want to sell at a certain price, but we're not exactly sure what the price is going to be at launch. So obviously you can't really put in a sell order because you don't know what price to put in. But so anyway, that's how it's done. And once Pi does launch, then you can come here, you can put in the quantity of Pi you want to sell, a limit order, which means you can set the price that you want to sell the Pi, or if you come over here to market, that will sell the Pi immediately. And then you enter in your amount of Pi that you want to sell. So that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. Now, like I said, I want to make sure that everyone is aware not to get too excited and get your hopes up as Pi is going to launch at some crazy valuation. I've heard anywhere from $314. Pi represents 3.14. I've heard $3.14. I've heard $31.40. I mean, you know, it could be a large. It could be anything. It depends on the supply, et cetera, et cetera. But I just want to make sure you don't get your hopes up thinking that it's going to sell for this astronomical amount. Myself personally, I'd be very happy if the launch price was 20 cents, 25 cents, or even 31.4 cents for that matter. But I just want to make sure that the expectations are not too high. Now there are going to be 10 billion, I believe, in circulation right away. There is 100 billion total Pi that will be available, but the majority of that still hasn't been mined. A lot of that is locked up. And a lot of that has also not been migrated. So I'm thinking from all the numbers that I've seen, it'll be around 10 billion in supply at launch. The other thing you have to, put it in perspective. For example, Ethereum has 100 billion and 150 billion total supply. For example, Solana, and then all the other ones, there's quite a lot. So I mean, the total supply in relation isn't all that high. So we could see pretty good trading volume, and the price could be a little bit higher than people expect, or it could be a little bit lower. But I want to make sure everyone understands that, not to expect too much. And the other thing I wanted to mention as well, that there are a lot of Pi miners that aren't quite sure exactly of the process. And don't forget, there's a lot of Pi miners as well that have lost their passphrase. So, they've shut down the app. They haven't used it in a couple of years. And then now that the announcement has come out that Pi is going to be launching, they've lost those passphrase keys, and they don't have access to their Pi. So, we won't really know until launch exactly how many are going to be put on the market and available for trading. But in this video, like I said, I want to make sure that everyone is prepared and ready to go. I do know that Bitget is one of the exchanges that is ready, as well as OKX, Gate.io, and a few other miners. No word from Binance yet. And some of the other major exchanges, but I'm sure as time goes and the Pi becomes, they will list it as well. But yeah, guys, the time has finally come. We've been mining Pi on our phones for 5-6 years, some of us, and those that have been mining for lesser time, it's still been a long wait. The time has finally come. Tomorrow, like I said, 8 a.m. UTC, 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we have a lot of volatility and Pi coin does well. But to all you pioneers out there, your patience shall be rewarded. Less than 12 hours to go. I hope it's a good one. All right, guys, thanks for joining the video. Don't forget, nothing is financial advice. If you do want to do any other trading or spot buying, links for BitUnix and Blowfin are in the description. And don't forget that we would appreciate a like on the video and, of course, a subscription. If there's anything else you guys want us to cover on the channel, let us know down in the comments. We love interacting with our members, with our followers, and anything you guys want to see, just let us know. We'll take care of it. All right, guys, thanks very much, and have yourselves a great day. Happy Pi Day. Take care, pioneers.